What is up, gamers? We are back in Kerbal Space Program, and today I'm going to be responding to TheMojaveRanger in the space race by launching a direct, I don't know, competitor to the challenger. I call it the Defender. And we're just gonna get right into this video. I'm basically just gonna run this video out like my music videos, except you will hear my voice. So I'm just gonna get right into launching this thing. The way this rocket works, Alright gamers, basically the audio in this rocket launch, like from the game, was way too loud. You can hardly hear my voice. I know you can probably hear it in the background. It isn't loud enough. Especially whenever YouTube's compression stuff works. So I'm just gonna voice over. Basically, it's basically a Titan II missile, boosted by two modded KNES side boosters. And a lot of you guys, some of you guys might think it's unfair for me to use modded parts in my rockets, but I don't think so. Because in the real historical space race, they didn't have all the same stuff, so I don't think it makes sense. And he can use pretty much any mod he wants, except for tweak scale. I say that later on. No tweak scale. Yeah, my throat is just absolutely screwed up today. I have the coronavirus, but freaking the red smoke. I actually don't know I don't know if that's a texture issue or that's how it's meant to be. It looks like hypergolic fuel, but so I'm not showing the payload because it's kind of a secret. It's not a secret, it's a moon lander. I actually recorded this video like 5 hours ago, 6 hours ago, so I'm basically just watching it back in the editor. Yeah, I got a long way to go. I will probably be recording again my audio later on when the next rocket launch happens. I'll have to adjust my audio in OBS because it screws my stuff. But yeah, this is a rough start to a space race. Sorry for those interruptions. I'm back for now. Yeah, this is me post-recording. So you're probably wondering how I got all the parts for this rocket. So I got really carried away before on the save off camera, and ended up getting a crap load of science from contracts and stuff. Don't worry, I didn't go to the moon or anything. We're still pretty much even. He could have launched a satellite, but we're good. Sorry. Yeah. So I ended up getting a pretty good gravity turn on this, and those boosters look really cool. And it's basically two rockets lifting and act like a normal rocket in space. Because for some reason, making history engines and stuff just suck. Like I build a pretty faithful replica, and it doesn't work. All right, see ya. Now those boosters are off, and we're just gonna let this thing float into space. Where once we get up to the correct height, we'll do an apogee kick, and once we leave the Kármán line, I will reveal the payload. And there it is. This is a mock-up lander I added on. It's going to be an Apollo-style moon mission, as I think it's way cooler looking, and also, I just like Apollo-style missions. We're sending a cat to the moon today with this lander, which will land with this autonomous. This rocket is actually called the Autonomous Lunar Landing Vessel or Vehicle, and this will be landing, maybe returning back to this craft. And oh, see, I'm an idiot. While building the craft, I completely forgot parachutes. I'm not reverting. I'm gonna do my best to not revert. We are going to have my Kerbals jump out on the way down, and I'll correct it on the way back. So hopefully I don't forget I don't have parachutes, so we can just jump out. Oh wait, unless... Okay, thank God. They have chutes. At least he has chutes. So he has a chute. He does not have a chute. So, I'm just gonna be going on a glitch that I know of, where basically sometimes they'll survive a water landing. So you can basically jump out of the, like in the sky, land in the water, and you'll be fine. Don't know if that's gonna work here, but hey, no sense in not trying. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. I might have to hire a new engineer after this. I'd hate to lose Bill on my first big mission. Alright, we're pretty close to Apoapsis now. I'll go ahead and the mods I use prevent me from staging in that view. Mods are definitely a big risk thing. It's risk versus reward, really. But basically, as you can see, we have sent an entire rocket up into space, an entire Titan rocket up into space, and made it so it can orbit, which gives it a lot of added delta V. I'm actually going to use... Actually, nope. These are in physics range. Those are in physics range, and my thrust warp mod does not work if anything is in physics range, is it? We got a physics range yet? We are not. We are not. Oh my gosh. Oh, we are in physics. We are out. It just looked like I was. Okay. So now I'm just gonna angle prograde and burn prograde. So hopefully I can get it into orbit. I should be able to just get it into orbit off the stage and get most of my lunar insertion burn. This is how I do it. I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do it, but whenever I come in on an orbit like this, you'll actually, if you watch my Nova video, my Saturn C8 Nova video back, you'll actually see me doing this whenever my Duna screwed up. And so the main goal of this space race is to plant flags on every celestial body. Like, so that includes moons, except one, and it's because you can't. Jewel. As far as I know, that's the only one you can't. Unless there's some random planet I don't know about. Jewel is the only one. We do not intend to plant a flag on, but I would really love to see the TheMojaveRanger try to land on Jewel. Do it. It'll be awesome. Just wait till negative 200 meters. But planting a flag on Jewel, nah, that ain't happening. So I think the main missions I'm worried about, just to get them all out right now, Lathe, and Eve, and Tylo. Tylo will be the easiest of those three, but those are the three I'm worried about, because from what I've heard, Tylo, if it isn't obvious enough, I've actually never landed on Tylo before. So yeah, like than any other, like almost Kerbal-like gravity. The problem with Tylo is it has no atmosphere, so that means no parachutes, and that means harder mission. That means you have to propulsively land. I don't like propulsively landing with high gravity. Like, I've tried to do it on Kerbal. I can do it, I just don't like it. Kind of like rendezvousing. That's why I use MechJeb to rendezvous. And now we have released the landing stage. What did I do wrong here? Manually activate this. That's weird. Alright, well I guess this thing isn't capable of staging. The alternator should run and give me some electric charge to run out of that. That must be a mod thing. An issue with my mods. I probably just need to save it. I should probably be checking this. I like the plumes. I do like this is a lot better than the original Plume Party stuff. Really makes it look a lot more realistic than Plume Party did. So now we're on a descent, hopefully. This looked pretty flat on the map screen. Yeah, that looks like it should be fine. Apparently, I don't know, I'm gonna have to fact check this, but apparently on the Apollo missions, they didn't burn long like this. They actually kinda like tap fired, like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know where I heard that. but they didn't actually hold it down, and for some reason that just seems weird to me. Like, I like to low throttle it and land it that way. And this engine is more than adequate to get this engine landed. I should probably just say this engine is more than adequate to get this engine landed. Takeoff would be easy. Dude, this was done at like noon. I like to go as fast as possible until the last second. There we go. So, Journey to Pirate Legends, I wouldn't call it back yet. It's hard to get recording done on that series. It's more of a leisure, you know, we have time, let's record. It's more for us rather than to be an actual YouTube series at this point. It was a legit series, but honestly, I think we both, all of us, perform better in our YouTube channels doing it on our own. And I'm talking like I'm in a live stream or something, like people are actively asking me questions, but honestly, I'm just answering questions that people might have that pop into my head. So we're about to land, and 600 meters per second should be way more than enough. Per second. We want to be going like just under 3 meters per second. Ideally, that would be what we did. And he won't eat anything else. Transmit. We have landed the first autonomous probe on the moon, or the mun. Oh, that sound that Shatterer makes. Wow, the mystery goo looks really good in Restock. So we're gonna try to transmit as much of this as possible before we run out of battery life. And honestly, there it went. That's our battery life, and that was it right there. Everything we could get off here is off. So that's the end of this probe. I don't think it's worth trying to get it back up to the thing. We'll just leave it here. So bye-bye, cat. So the AMLC, is that AMLC? Autonomous Lunar Landing Craft. Alright, well, this thing will not be docking, and also we will not use parachutes because I'm an idiot and forgot. And I guess I'm just gonna burn prograde. Seems legit, you know. Boop. I'm just gonna start burning prograde immediately, so hopefully that gets us there. And the longer you burn prograde, this is weird. The faster you go in lunar orbit, the lower your periapsis gets. No, you idiot. That's not how it works. You're burning, it's the direction you burn, not how fast you burn, because you're basically in retrograde for Kerbal. Earlier, I actually don't know if this decoupler will work, but hey, guess we'll see. If it's we're at 100% re-entry heating, so we're screwed if it is. Ooh! Let me zoom into this. It's also weird, when debris is near my craft, it will zoom all the way out like that. So now that we're 200, oh, look at that, the layer field. We're 200, so... It was at this moment that he knew. Oops! He flipped up. Hopefully it'll burn up the engines and stuff before I die. Because I have a heat shield, so... Come on, burn them up. Burn them up. Actually, I'm going to burn retrograde to try and move off as much speed as possible before I blow up and doesn't die. My re-entry particle effects ended up dying on me. I don't know what happened there. This mission has turned out to be just an absolute disaster so far, so I forgot parachutes, which means we could lose Bill Kerbal, and we also forgot solar panels, so we weren't able to get all our data, and yeah, I shouldn't have built this late at night, and then not checked it before I started recording. we are like almost, we are about to explode that engine. I think it's slowing down enough now that, yep, we slowed it down enough that now the heat is bleeding off and we'll be fine. At least we should be fine. I hope we're fine. Oh no. Oh no. So it sounds so monotone in this part, I need to add in my own reaction. Oh, the humanity! Oh, what hath God giveth on this day? Not something good, I can tell you that. They done flipped the wrong way, and they are about to die. This is not how you're supposed to start a space race. Oh, the humanity! 2 good Kerbals going up in flames on this day. Oh no! Ah! And now I'm just gonna launch another one with Valentina. Cool thing about one of these mods I have installed is it adds like a space telescope. I think it might be the camera, but you can actually use the camera and aim the craft prograde, or not prograde, set target to one of your planets and aim it, like set it to target the planet. It'll aim the end towards it, and you can actually scroll with the mouse wheel while the camera's activated to move in and look at the planet. The telescope might shake a lot though. Man, the restock parts kind of look like a good Minecraft texture pack. Alright, so now I'm just gonna wait a little bit more than 2 hours, but hey, who cares? Just gonna do that, and then Space Center. Now there's been quite a bit, and see if we got our boys back. And if we did, well, that means we're probably going to have to use probe cores to keep them, because that one probe core does allow me to face program retrograde, and that's all I really need right now. There we go, they're back. And I'm back with another launch voiceover. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about this one, because it's literally just the same thing as last time. It's just too loud for me to not voice over it, and I don't think I was saying anything. I was pretty upset that my first space race video had the death of 2 of my Kerbals in it, so... Oh, I didn't realize I paused and skipped to that part. I really wasn't saying anything, was I? Oh, I am saying stuff, but I have no idea what it is. Yep, this is just an improved version. Yeah, it's just gonna go there, do the same thing, except all the data's gonna get sent back because I used solar panels. This rocket is better than the Challenger. Don't be mistaken. It wasn't the rocket that failed. It was me that failed. The rocket's a good one. I do recommend this KNES mod to TheMojaveRanger. I recommend a lot of mods. I'll link the mods I recommend to him in the description. Well, not link. I'll put them in the description. But yeah. My voiceover is about to end, so see you guys. Watch the video to the end. Put us basically exactly where we want it to be. We're high enough in the atmosphere that it didn't matter that we needed to do that. We did that. So yes, now these batteries and stuff that are inside here should be recharging slowly. Unless something is wrong with my, yep, they are recharging slowly. So you can see this is actually really expensive to be expending right here, but honestly, we're a new space program. It's a small feat, so it won't really be that big of a deal. And hey, let's just see what a cat in space gives us. Who cares if someone's worried about the cat? Just a cat. Let me extend this thing. Because this vessel is not getting recovered. Transfer. My next class of rocket will be the Celestial class, which will be heavy lift rockets and a rocket to the moon. Not a rocket, but like rockets bigger than this, like kind of like the Delta IV Heavy, but like with main sails and the 2.5 meter parts instead of the 4 meter parts. I don't know how big they are. Alright, we are actually losing altitude. I need to pull up intensely. This is Sat-1 probe. I'm actually going to use warp to put the apparatus out a little bit further. Pitch down. KNES, it adds like ESA parts, like the Ariane 5 rocket parts, like the Vulcan rocket engine, which is currently my only heavy lift rocket engine that I have unlocked. The restock, obviously, but only really if you have KNES, because I don't care to go into the files and fix this, and there was supposed to be a reconfiguration file, but I haven't figured out how to get that working yet. I'm just going to do it after the video. I'm kind of pressed for time. The Space Shuttle Orbiter building pack, and the Space Shuttle C construction pack. Those are good mods. There's so many. Spectra, which Spectra gives you a list of mods to download to make it work, which gives you some beautiful stuff like that. There's also awesome looking lathe. Hull cam, which allows you to get good cinematic shots, but only if you're not using Spectra. Don't use Planet Shine. If you don't want like horrible purple blocks on your ships, don't use Planet Shine. A lot of visual mods got screwed up with the recent visual enhancements in the game, and that really sucks because the stock visual enhancements don't compare at all to what we have as mods. So I know it's awesome for people who don't know how to install mods to have visual updates, but it kills the visual update modding community, and that's really sad. So I've been thinking about, I don't know how, and I don't even know if it's possible, but I've been thinking about trying to revert back to 1.9.1, because all my good mods that I really like work. And a lot of, like, my fairings, the fairing updates, I love the silver updated fairing. I don't think the silver updated fairing and the couple new probe cores and comets are worth, losing all the stuff that I have, like the fairings. The fairings in the games, like I have big fairings. Another mod that I will not, I will actually back out of the space race if TheMojaveRanger uses tweak scale. Don't use that. That's very cheaty. Basically, what tweak scale allows you to do, and I have tweak scale installed, but you will not see me use it in this, and you would know if I was using tweak scale. Basically, what tweak scale does is, I'm actually going to go through an entire mock-up of the mission here. What tweak scale does is, go to that. What tweak scale does is it gives you a, gives you the ability to resize parts like fuel tanks and engines, and basically you resize a fuel tank, you get more fuel without unlocking it from the tech tree. It's a Man, I just completely drew a blank for a second. What tweak scale does is it gives you the ability to resize any part, almost any part, aside from some modded parts. I don't like that. I don't think you should be allowed to do that, because you rescale a fuel tank, you get more fuel. And just not cool. For anyone wondering why I still have it, I originally got it for my Nova video, but it ended up not working, and uninstalling it causes a lot of problems in my files. I'll fix it eventually. Try to dock this here with Matt Lown on. I don't like transferring through like batteries and heat shields and stuff, because it's not realistic. So what an Apollo mission would do is this pod would turn around, come back, and then dock with this, and then the crew would board this and go land on the moon. So we'll just pretend the crew has done that. We undock, do this. RCS should now be off. SAS, retrograde, and then hopefully we can do this without blowing stuff up. Oops. This has been a much more efficient. Oh, I don't think it will be able to. I started burning late, I think. Holy crap. That was almost good. It was totally on purpose, and I totally calculated that out. I know I didn't. That was completely by chance. I totally thought I was about to lose my second nether. Holy crap, that's beautiful. Alright, we accidentally started going up because I wanted to. Alright. Let's slow down. Slow way down. This landing gear is really good for just absolutely planting itself in the ground and just, you know, working. That should be everything. And that means this craft stays. We now have 2 landers on the moon. How many do you have? Unnamed Aerospace by TheMojaveRanger. That's what I thought. So in the next episode, I'll totally be landing people on here. I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. Time to get these guys, nope, not those guys, to get these guys back to the moon, well, back to Kerbal, so we don't, die. Decoupler, thankfully. Oh, there's particle effects. Particle effects look like we just got updated. It looks really good. You can hear parts of it blowing up, and it's all gone. Oh no, we passed it. The blade of Otis is just absolutely Now let's see these radio mount chutes, because I hear, from what I know, Restock has redone all the chutes. So the chutes, these chutes, I don't know for sure, but they should look better. Yes, they do. They look so much better. Watching the next one of these videos, I should be uploading music videos before we go to the moon. So yeah, and we will also be launching the Sat 2, and then add Sat 1 and Moonsat. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace, gamers.